Hey goal getters, welcome back to another episode of The Mental Perspective. My name's Jenna Weinstein, owner of rippleeffectperformance and your sports psychology coach, teaching you how to develop the mindset of success. Speaking of success, how many of you have experienced a failure? I recently failed this past weekend and it sucked. And as much as I would love to do a video where I talk about finding the fun in failure, that's just not what this video is going to be about, because I think it's so much more important that we learn strategies for how to better grow and thrive following a failure. So that's what I want to talk about today. Let's get after it. So this weekend, I finally got the opportunity to compete in a powerlifting competition, and I have been training for almost a year to just compete one time in a powerlifting competition, and because of COVID, my competitions kept getting pushed back, and this was the weekend where I felt ready and confident, and I knew I was gonna be successful. And throughout the majority of the meet, I was sitting in second place, which I was so happy about because there was some really good competition there. And going into my last lift of the day, I knew that I had to make that lift if I wanted to finish in second place. And if I didn't make that lift, I would have moved down to third. And I'm on the platform and I'm feeling ready and I'm feeling strong. And I walk up to the bar, I grip my hands around the bar, and I go to pull the weight, and I didn't get it. I didn't pull the weight, I didn't make it. And I ended up finishing the meet in third place. And even though third place is still really good, especially for my first competition, I know that I am capable and I had the ability to finish in second place. So though I'm proud of finishing in third place, I know that I was so much more capable of doing more, and I just didn't do it. And it is so easy when we fail to get stuck in a rut and question everything that we're doing. And what I think is most important is finding strategies that help us grow and move forward from a failure so that we don't lose motivation and so we don't give up on our goals in the long term. So the first thing that I can tell you all that's been helping me get over my failure this past weekend is leaning on my support system. Every time we go forward and set a goal, we have somebody in our corner. We have somebody that's rooting for us. And when we fail, it can feel like we are all alone and that there is this giant spotlight on us just making us feel even more embarrassed and ashamed. And what I'm gonna encourage you all to do is if you ever experience failure, look out beyond that spotlight because there is somebody in the audience cheering you on. And I'm gonna encourage you to lean on those support people for you because those are the people that are gonna help you feel proud of yourself and overcome this failure. The second strategy that I can tell you all to do to help you learn and grow from failure is to actually take the time to learn from it. So a lot of times when we fail, it is so easy to make excuses and say, yeah, well, if this was better, or if that person didn't do this, or if this was better for me, I would have done better. And sure, there are always things within the environment or the circumstances that could have been more in our favor, and we can't control those things. We can only control what we do and how we execute our task and our performance. So what I'm gonna encourage you all to do, and I'm doing it as well, reflect on what you could have done better. Reflect on the little things that might have made a little bit of a difference over the course of your performance. And within those little variances and those little mistakes, you'll probably find the little 1 or 2% here and there that could have made the difference in you failing and succeeding. And the third strategy that I'll recommend after experiencing a failure, take a break. Not a long vacation, but just take a day off after the event because when we fail, there's a lot of emotions that are going into play and we probably spent a long time preparing and training for that performance, and a failure or a success can just be very emotionally draining. So just having a day or two to just relax and take some time off, do some things that you enjoy, and or maybe not do anything. Just Netflix and chill for a day, eat some fun food, hang out with some cool people, and just recharge your batteries. Recovering some of that mental and physical energy can be so beneficial in helping us get back up and dust ourselves off after a failure. And when you're done with your maybe 2 or 3 day long break, start moving again. So as important as it is to take a break, it is just as important to start moving again. Maybe you don't have a certain goal set right now, but Start getting back into your old routine. Don't fall out of those habits that you set for yourself, because those habits were helping you get better. So try and get back into your old routine as best as you can. Maybe not as strict as you might have been, but start getting back into the routine you had so that you don't feel like you've lost too much of your rhythm. So after you've taken a break, find your routine again. And the fifth and final strategy I'll recommend for us all to do after we experience a failure: set a new goal. So as hard as it is to know that you didn't meet up to the goal that you set for yourself before, set a new goal, challenge yourself again, give yourself something to work towards again. So that's what I'm doing right now. I sat down with my coach for a couple of hours and we talked about what our plans are for the next 1.5 to 2 years out. And I am so excited now to start working towards those new goals. So I haven't forgotten that I messed up this weekend and that I failed and I could have done better, but it's in the past now. There's nothing I can do to change that. What can I change? How I get better for this new goal that I'm setting for myself, which is to compete at the national level, which I did qualify for this weekend. And now that I have this new goal, it gives me something to work towards, and I'm just so excited to get back on the horse. So once you've all recovered and you got back into your routine, set that new goal for yourself and get back to work, because success is just around the corner for you all. Thank you all for watching this video and listening to a little bit of my story about how I failed, but how I plan on succeeding in the near future. If you've experienced failure and these strategies are helping you overcome that failure and find your path to success, drop me a comment down below on how these strategies are helping you and what your goals are for yourself. And be sure to show this video some love by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel so that you can get updated when new content is coming out each week. And if you aren't already, follow me on social media at rippleeffectperformance and at Just Call Me Jenna. And be sure to check out my website if you're interested in more one-on-one coaching for how you can develop your mindset for success. Because I'm here bringing you all strategies and techniques that are going to help you strengthen your mindset, which will lead to you achieving your goals and being successful in life. Because that's what the ripple effect is, folks. So let's start your ripple effect today.